I was just thinking. I was like, why am I not afraid? What happened to my fear? First, there was that person with the katana in winter of 2022 in the Walmart parking lot, where he held a sword to my chest. He was about 3 feet away, the tip of the sword was. And I just put my arms up and I was like, what? And I sat there and I'm thinking, I'm like, And then I sat there and there was that time I have a subpoena, right? I have a subpoena because someone was attacking somebody with a deadly weapon, I guess. And what happened is I walked into a King Soopers and there was an argument happening, really heated. Everybody was like, big old crowd was around, right? And I'm nosy, okay? I can't help it. So anyway, I see this big crowd and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I go over there. And while I'm over there, I see that there's two groups of people and they're arguing. Well, this is like heated argument. And there was, I looked around and the security guard at the King Soopers was on the other side of the circled people that was doing that. And they were just sitting there watching. And so I made like an instant decision. And I stepped between the two groups. And I turned around and I looked at one. And I was like, what'd I say? I'm sorry, it's been a long night. I said something along the, I'll remember later. But basically, I looked at one and I was like, you need to be quiet. Just don't say anything. And then I turned around and I looked at the other one. And I was like, you need to just get your things and go. And like, I must have confused everybody because they went quiet and the person I told to get up and go left. And when he left, I heard one of the managers say, stop that person. And but anyway, they want me to go testify on that because I stopped it. I mean, I can't really tell them anything. Nobody got hurt. I don't get it. Anyway. And then, like, tonight, I'm sitting there, right? Okay? My job that I have to do is watch over an apartment complex. And, usually it can be safe, but I run into a lot of things. And last night, I was observing a drug deal go down, right? This gray SUV thing pulled into the parking spot, and I just sat there and I was watching it because I know all the different cars, and I'm just like, okay, and I'm sitting in my car, so I'm just being a quiet observer. Then after about 10 or so minutes, I see a motorcycle come in and slow down in front of them where they were by their hatchback part. And then the motorcycle continues to go towards the dead end, goes through a couple different cars because it's a motorcycle, comes out, goes by me and leaves, right? And then I'm sitting there and the people in the gray car, they sit there and they notice that I'm watching, right? Now, when I'm observing like this, I keep my uniform underneath my jacket or my hoodie, right? Just so, because my hoodie's black and I could just be a little more stealth. But they saw me. And they rushed right over next to me with their car. And this guy looks at me and goes, hey, what are you, some type of pig? I was like, No, something like that. Something like that. He goes, I don't care about no piggy. And I'm like, I'm not a cop. And anyway, he started yelling and screaming and getting very violent at me. And he was trying to posture. And I'm just sitting there. I was like, I have your license plate. I have documentations. Oh, and he goes, what are you doing here? This is a great part. He's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, oh, watching the lot, making sure nothing happens, like a drug deal or a drop, and then people exchange, and then, they leave one at a time. And that's when he got pissed. Because I called him out so hard. But see, I'm not scared. I don't know why. And then he took his car and he shined his brights right at me, and he's screaming at me. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what? It doesn't bother me. And I'm arguing back, and he starts getting very violently aggressive with his speech and his motions and stuff. And I was like, you know what? Never come to this parking lot again or this complex again and do your drug deals. You can do those somewhere else. Otherwise, you come here again, I'm going to get you arrested. And then he got pissed and some more stuff, just screaming back and forth. But, he's sitting there and I'm just sitting there screaming back. I'm like saying some profanity back at him, because if you use profanity with me, you're going to get it right back. So anyway, he's taking off. He's going down the street, running away from me. And I'm like, it's all about confidence. Anyway, he's screaming at me from like a block away. And he's going further away. But it makes me wonder, what happened to my fear? I don't understand. Because the people in King Soopers apparently had a deadly weapon. The guy with the katana sword, and of course a drug dealer, whatever he might have, especially when he's flooding me with his brights. The reason you would do that is so you can blind the person to the point where they can't see beyond the lights. So he could be pulling a weapon out and stuff like that. It's all confidence. It really is. But shouldn't I be scared? Right? I don't know. Have I been through so much that I don't care? But I do. What? Where? Okay. Where has my fear gone? I don't know. It's going to be hard to enjoy a horror movie. Anyway, I just wanted to share. You all have a great day. I'll see you later.